All right, I see some newly admitted students trickling into our event. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to give everyone just a few more moments to log on. We had a pretty exciting number of you register to participate this evening, and we're so excited you did. My name is Devin Thompson. I'm with the Visitor Experience team here at the College of Charleston in the Office of Admissions. And on behalf of our whole team, we just want to say a big congratulations to each and every one of you. We are thrilled to have you join the CofC family. We know this is a very exciting time for you and your family as well. And we hope that tonight's event will serve as a great opportunity to clear up any questions that you may have and learn more about the next steps towards your enrollment at the College of Charleston. So tonight's presentation is just that. It is learning how to take the next steps to being a CofC student. At this time, I'm going to hand it over to my colleague, Laura Sanders, and Laura is going to be taking us through the presentation tonight. Just one quick thing I forgot to mention. We will be monitoring the Q&A this evening. So I encourage you all, as you have questions that pop up during the presentation, please submit those in the Q&A. I, along with one of our counseling team members, will be monitoring the chat and answering those. We also have Megan Rowe from Campus Housing on, a big help to us this evening to answer any housing related questions. But if we see that questions are being asked repetitively, we'll take those live and we'll moderate the chat in that regard as well. All right, that's enough from me. Laura, I'm going to pass it over to you.
All right. Thank you, Devin. Congratulations to each and every one of you who are joining us tonight, not just to the parents, but not just to the students, but to the parents as well, because you've done a great job to give us some great students, and we're excited to have them come to the College of Charleston. So congratulations again, and welcome to the College of Charleston. So tonight we're going to go over just some quick things for your students, for you and your students. Hopefully you're welcome to take a picture of these tabs where there are important things that you want to remember, and certainly drop those questions in the chat, and we'll get to a Q&A at the end of this. So don't feel like if I'm, if it goes too quickly that you're not going to get that information. So first and foremost, we're going to encourage you to pay your deposit. The deposit is non-refundable. So we're going to encourage you to log onto your My Portal with your CofC credentials to access your account and the My Accounts tab. Then you're going to select eBill account, click Pay My Deposit, and pay that $400, again, non-refundable enrollment deposit, and you officially confirm your spot at the College of Charleston. If you have any questions, like I said, after tonight, or this seems a little confusing, this is probably a great slide to take a quick picture of so that you have it to refer back to. Applying for housing, that's your next step. After making that deposit, that confirms your spot at the College of Charleston, but you're not done yet. You also have to continue by applying for housing. Tonight, as Devin mentioned, we have Megan Rowe, our Director of Housing, who's joined us tonight, and she can help answer any questions as well. But the February 1st is our housing application will open. So as students who have already made that deposit to attend the College of Charleston, the next step in that is to do the housing application. Deadline for that application and any changes to be made for guaranteed housing is May 1st. There is, again, a non-refundable deposit housing fee of $50. So when you're ready to apply, you're just going to go to go.cofc.edu/apply for housing. And again, that will open up February 1st. So we encourage you to get on board with that. Something that's really important for the incoming students is to make sure that you get us your final high school transcript and credit evaluation process. Make sure you're going through that. We want to make sure that you're sending us your final high school transcript immediately from your high school to avoid any registration holds. So what you want to do is let your high school know that you're attending the College of Charleston, and upon graduation, they will send us directly your final high school transcript. That has to come from your high school as official transcript. Up until now, you've been able to submit that unofficial. So we are, again, looking for that final high school transcript. The College of Charleston accepts a number of credits whether that's advanced placement, IB, DSST, CLEP, and dual enrollment credits. So making sure that also that final transcript from any 2 or 4 year college that you are getting dual enrollment coursework from, that you are having that final transcript sent from those institutions as well. While it may or may not appear on your high school transcript, we do need that directly from the institution that you're attending. Submit your scores for review through the testing agency's website and select College of Charleston. Again, you are able to self-report for application purposes, but once you have enrolled at the College of Charleston, we will need those official scores through the testing agency. Official credit evaluations are located in the degree work section of the academic services tab. So when you log on to your My Portal, you will see the academic services. You can log on, click onto that. And once those, you look at your degree works, and once those evaluations are done, you'll be able to see what you got credit for and make sure that all those credits are there for you when you come to orientation. All right, we can go forward. Funding resources at the College of Charleston. We do offer a plethora of ways for students to garnish, obtain those scholarships and aid, from alumni scholarships, athletic department scholarships, departmental specialty, merit-based academic scholarships as well, federal and state aid. Of course, we're going to always encourage you to complete the FAFSA if you have not done so already. FAFSA opened October 1st, so we definitely encourage you. Federal and state aid is directly offered from the information you enter on the FAFSA, so that can include direct loans, work study grants, South Carolina Education, Life Hope Palmetto Fellows. Those are all merit-based, but also will be granted additional information through your FAFSA. So if you're teetering on whether or not you want to complete the FAFSA, we encourage everyone to complete the FAFSA. So please take that into consideration and do so if you haven't already. Incoming freshmen. So of all the information we want an incoming freshman to know, tuition and fees are super important for you as parents. Please note that this is 22-23 tuition and fees. Typically, our new fees come out in July, but this is a good starting point for you as parents when you're looking to ways to cover those fees and costs to attend the College of Charleston. This is broken down by in-state and out-of-state. So making sure that you're looking at these things and ways to affect the cost of attendance. There are several ways. You can look at the housing tiers on our website. Each residence hall is in a specific housing tier, and those cost according to which tier they're in. So when you're looking at ways to impact that total cost of attendance, that is a great way to look at that. Meal plans as well, whether you choose a higher meal plan or lower, that's a great way to impact the cost of attendance, as well as thinking about your books. If you're going to buy those directly through our bookstore, or you're going to rent those textbooks, there's a lot of different ways. Students are very creative now in looking at ways to impact that cost of attendance. So we encourage you to look at all those different things and hopefully bring down that cost of attendance for your student. Honors College, if you were accepted to the Honors College, congratulations. If you find yourself interested in the Honors College, we encourage you to look on our honors.cofc.edu. A lot of great opportunities for those high-performing students who would like to continue along that course throughout the College of Charleston. So definitely look at our Honors College. We have some visit opportunities coming up with Honors College, from Honors Experience Day, which is on campus, March 17th, as well as our interview weekend, February 3rd and 4th, which is on campus, and that is by invitation only. However, we do encourage you to go ahead and look at our Honors College website. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to them at the email address listed for you, honors@cofc.edu. And you can also reach out to any of your counselors as well. We're all happy to help in that, have that conversation with you. New student orientation. So this is a great opportunity. Of course, all students are going to attend orientation. Registration will open early March. It is a first come, first serve situation. So if you know you're going to come to campus, and you would like to stay on campus, that is a 2-day, 1-night experience, you want to go ahead and log on and register for that early. Again, registration will open in early March. Use the checklist at your go.cfc.edu orientation checklist on our webpage to make sure that you get all the forms and important information, and you submit it before you attend orientation. And that kind of goes back to the importance that we talked about previously in regards to your high school transcript. You want to make sure that you already, before you attend orientation, that you have all those information into us, because by the time you attend orientation in the summer, we will have already reviewed your final high school transcript, as well as any other information, AP scores, hopefully if those have come in, IB scores if those have come in, and any dual enrollment courses. And you want to make sure that you get all the credit that you have earned. So applying to orientation early, hopefully you'll get that slot that you want, looking at the dates that are listed for you over the summer, getting that final high school transcript in, so we can make sure that you have, our academic advisors have all the information they have to help get you registered for your fall courses. Pre-college programs, we have a couple of things, some great opportunities going on for incoming freshmen. One is our Spectra program. It is specifically for African American, Hispanic, Asian, and Native American high school graduates who have been admitted to the College of Charleston. So if that's something that you feel like is of interest to you, and Spectra is a summer program where students enroll in classes, they earn college credits over the summer, they have the opportunity to live on campus and participate in a variety of programs and activities designed specifically to assist them with transitioning from high school to college. Students who come and participate in the Spectra program have a great time. They get to come to campus, of course, early. They're spending some of their summertime with us, and it really helps acclimate them, not just to the College of Charleston, but oftentimes to the city of Charleston as well. They're making great friends, and they're prepared to start in August, already knowing a little bit about the campus, as well as feeling very comfortable being on our campus. Another program we have available to our students is Cougar Excursion. For those accepted students and you're looking at coming in the fall and you'd like to participate in Cougar Excursion, I encourage everyone to look at this program, see if it's something that they are interested in and it works out in their schedule. It's a 3-day, 2-night interactive program specifically designed to increase new students' campus knowledge and facilitate a sense of community. There is a cost associated with Cougar Excursion, but $250 covers your meals, your housing, your activity fees, and transportation for the program within the program. So applications are available on our Higdon Leadership Center's website, and will open in the spring. So maybe if you take a quick picture of this slide, it will help you remember that you want to come to Cougar Excursion and meet some of your new best friends. And last but not least, as always, we're going to encourage you to visit the college. You can check out our virtual visitor center and learn about on-campus events, virtual events, and information sessions that are coming up. We do have 2 accepted student days coming up in the spring. One is February 25th and one is March 18th. Registration is open now for those 2 events. And then you can also find the list of virtual events for admitted Cougar events for the incoming students as well. We host a number of these throughout the fall. So you guys are all early decision students. So you got the information early, and we're super happy to have you engaging with us this evening, and encourage you to come back and visit us with some of those other events, because as we continue to have the next steps information sessions like we're doing tonight with you guys, there will be really a reiteration of this information, but it can be helpful for you to log on and participate in those additional sessions as well. So of course, we always welcome you to do that. I know that was kind of a quick overview of some things and what's next. We encourage you guys to get in touch with us, reach out to us in admissions. Each of you has a specific counselor at the College of Charleston that is responsible for your territory, but we overlap in that way that any of us can help you. If you reach out to admissions at admissions.cfc.edu, email us, and they can get that to the specific counselor, but we're all happy to work with you and help you with any questions that you may have. We understand that this is it's not a daunting task, but it's definitely a process. And especially for those parents that this is your first child going to college, I know it can be a lot of hoops to jump through, and we're here to hopefully make this an easier, less painful process for you. So we're happy to make sure that you have a name and a face and someone that you can contact and reach out to. So definitely don't ever hesitate to reach out to us. I'm going to now open us up for some Q&A. So if you guys have questions that you've posted in the chat or things that you would like to post now, or if you have maybe some things that you missed as I was presenting that you want to talk about or go back over, we'll be happy to do that.
Yes, thank you all who have started to submit questions, Laura and Patrick. I'm going to start to read these off, and I'll let you fight for who wants to answer. But the first question is a really important one, particularly for this group of early decision admitted students. And it asks, what is the deadline for the enrollment deposit for early decision?
So the deadline for early decision deposit is January 15th. Someone correct me if that is incorrect.
January 5th, the 5th.
So January 5th?
Yes, sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't hear what you said. January 5th. I added a 1 in there. Please subtract that. January 5th. You guys can go ahead and log on to your My Portal and make that deposit now. And keep in mind that is non-refundable.
All right, our next question asks, when is the FAFSA due? Is there a deadline for submission?
So I'll take that one. March 1st is our priority deadline. So we always encourage you to get that in by March 1st. However, go ahead and get that in as soon as possible. FAFSA previously did not open until January 1st. And so you couldn't get into the FAFSA website to complete it, but now it opens October 1st. So really there's no reason that you can't go ahead and get that in and submit it, and make sure you list the College of Charleston as one of your choices to receive that the FAFSA information. And I always encourage students to also attach a local community college in case you go home over the summer and you want to take additional coursework, so that that school already has your information. But definitely get that in as soon as possible. But again, March 1st is our priority deadline.
Perfect. Thank you, Laura. The next question asks if students are able to take courses during the summer of 2023. I know sometimes students like to get ahead, but if you or Patrick could touch on why you have to be kind of cautious of doing that, that would be helpful, I think.
Sure. Thanks, Evan. So students cannot take courses for credit. Once you are accepted as an incoming freshman, you are an incoming freshman at the College of Charleston. If you were to take college classes for credit over the summer prior to your freshman year, that would officially make you a transfer student. And so that kind of changes the trajectory of your application. It could take you out of some merit-based scholarship opportunities. It really just changes the type of student you're entering the College of Charleston as. So while I know it's tempting to try to get ahead, if you are taking those dual enrollment classes prior to graduation, while you are still a student at your high school, that's fine. That's dual enrollment from your high school, but you cannot take a for-credit college class over the summer without changing your status from freshman to transfer. So we definitely don't encourage our students to do that over the summer prior to enrolling in August of 23. Maybe find that job that you want to work and save some money, enjoy time with your friends and your family, but definitely don't take that class prior to attending our campus in August.
Thank you, Laura. That was great, helpful information. The next question, I'm happy to jump in and answer. It's regarding our admitted student days on February 25th and March 18th. So these are just two of the visit opportunities that we have specifically for admitted students. And of course, we encourage you all to come. Both days will be identical. The only difference would be that the weekend of March 18th will also host that honors experience day the day before. So if you are an honors college applicant, admitted student, it may be best for you to register for the March 18th admitted student day, and you'll be receiving information soon about honors experience on March 17th. But these 2 days are, like I said, identical. They start around 9 in the morning and will go until 4. And throughout the day, we have all sorts of different information sessions, everything ranging from a club and organization fair with our students. We have a major and minor fair with all of our 7 academic schools. There will be special topic sessions, like I said, throughout the day that focus on academic advising, study abroad, a faculty panel, a student panel, just to name a few. We also have a campus tour element built within this day, and we will have the opportunity to see sample residence hall rooms. So it's a fun-filled day. It's a great time to come take a final look at campus, maybe meet potential roommates, new friends, and really get a final look at campus if you haven't deposited yet, but all of you will have deposited by that time. In addition to that date, we will have admitted student, just like tour day opportunities. Those are going to be posted on our website that you can find already. Those are open for the spring. And then, as Laura mentioned as well, we have virtual events. So we'll host a town hall later in the spring semester with senior team members that report and work with President Xu closely. We will also have a few other opportunities to connect virtually as well. So just keep up to date on the website. We obviously will send invitations through email, and we encourage you to register, because even if you can't attend the virtual events, for example, we record them and we'll send them to you. So good information overall. Okay, our next question just asks for a refresher on what was the total estimated cost that we showed for this year for out-of-state students.
Okay, and for that, I'm going to ask Devin if she can bring back up that slide, and I'll encourage you guys to just take a quick snapshot of it, keeping in mind that each summer our Commission on Higher Ed in Columbia will make a final decision on our tuition and fees for the upcoming year, but this is a great place to start. And when you're looking at these things, always keep in mind, the things that you can impact directly are the room and board. The tuition is set, the fees are set, but you have an opportunity through your selection of residence halls and your meal plan to impact that room and board, and almost, pretty substantially in regards to what your selection is. When you find your books and supplies, those are a flexible number as well. Transportation is based on what you personally need in regards to transportation back and forth to campus. Some students can just zero that out by being dropped off by your parents in August and picked up later. And, ride share throughout the semester to make your way home. Personal expenses are just that. It's a personal choice. So you definitely can impact the total indirect cost very substantially. That's a personal choice in regards to you, your parents, and your family situation.
Thanks, Laura.
Sure.
Megan, I have a couple of housing questions coming your way. So we'll get started with those. The first question asks, is there any way I can receive an early view of the dorms, such as the layout and space of dorms? And does it vary? I'm assuming the student is maybe asking, does it vary price-wise depending on where the dorm is located?
Sure. Thank you so much. And again, so excited for all of you, and congratulations on being hopefully our new Cougars. So there is a really good page that I will drop a link to in the chat. It's our website, the housing website, which is just housing.cofc.edu. But there's a specific page that does go over all of the residence halls. From there, you can see from there you can see what halls will be available. That information is going to be updated probably in the next month or so with information for next year. It goes over all of the costs, but you're also able to see specifically from there a page for each hall. On that page, it has information like You can see floor plans. You can see a 360 tour, video tour of the room. It has all of the amenities. So it answered a lot of those questions. So I'll make sure to go ahead and drop that in the chat.
Perfect. Thank you. Our next question asks, do you need to have a roommate before you apply for housing?
Good question. So you do not have to have a roommate before you apply for housing. The great part about the way that our housing is set up is that we really put all of the choice back in the hands of students. So our portal that you'll be going through to apply for housing has a lot of really great tools in it. And one of them is a way to specifically find a roommate. So you'll be able to go through, after you've filled out your application, you'll be able to go through and essentially sort through other people's applications by filtering on different questions. So let's say that you're looking for a roommate that is clean and maybe goes to bed on the later side. You'd be able to filter through the questions that you've answered to find other students that are matching exactly what you're looking for. If you do have a specific person in mind already that you'd like to live with, as long as both of you have applied for housing, you'll be able to search for each other and find one another, and then form a roommate group. From that roommate grouping and from anyone else that applies that does not have a direct roommate, then you will participate in the room selection process, which happens in June.
Perfect. Thank you, Megan. And one more, I'm sure we'll have others, but there were about 3 in a row here. Does the housing, and you touched on this, but just as a reminder, if the housing application does not open until February 1st, is there any way to fill it out earlier, or is it everyone's waiting till the 1st?
Yes, everyone is waiting until the 1st, but don't worry, on the 1st, we welcome you in there. And if you have any questions in the meantime, certainly let us know.
Perfect. Thank you. And to our guests on the call tonight, just a quick reminder, we have a few more minutes. So I encourage you to drop any remaining questions that you may have. If we are unable to answer them live tonight, we will certainly follow up. And then we'll also drop a contact for our office in the chat so that you can email us as well if you think of anything after this evening. Okay, so our next question asks, and Megan, this is one for you, but it looks like Patrick's answering it. But it asks if freshmen are allowed, or excuse me, required to live on campus. And I know you'll say the same, but we do not require students to ever live on campus. We certainly encourage it, particularly that first year, because it's so important to your getting acclimated to college life and making CofC home for you. But no, you're never required to live on campus as an incoming student. All right. Let's see. Lots of great questions tonight. I really am so proud of all of you for taking advantage of this time. Our next question for one of our counselors asks, are there still additional scholarships, or is it only what we were offered in the acceptance package? And if our FAFSA is complete, but our income has changed, should we refile? Laura or Patrick?
Sure. So that's a loaded question with a couple of answers to it. So for those of you who receive merit-based scholarship, that is not the end. There are departmental scholarships that will, you guys will be receiving emails with information about looking for additional funding sources for you. If you have already filed your FAFSA and you have any change in your family circumstances, we always encourage you to reach out to our financial aid office. You can, I don't have the answers about refiling or not, but I do know that you can, if you have a substantial change in your family income, you can reach out to our office, our Office of Financial Aid. Always continue to look for outside sources. We accept any of those outside scholarships as long as those entities will send that check or those funds to the College of Charleston. We are happy to have those come to us. We always encourage students every week, you should be looking for a source of funding for yourself at the College of Charleston. Maybe make a goal to complete one scholarship application per week or every 2 weeks. So there are a lot of great funding sources out there, but it really does fall on you as the student to seek those out, apply for them. So make sure that you're checking your email to apply for any departmental scholarships at the College of Charleston. Peruse our financial aid webpage. There are things there, but it does take you as a student And it's not, you know, your parents can do it also, but for you as the student to seek out these opportunities and apply for them.
Great advice, Laura. Thank you. Just a few more questions we're going to answer. There were quite a few questions about parking and having cars on campus. If you don't mind just touching on that, Laura.
Sure. So one of the biggest questions we always get at the College of Charleston is, can I bring a car? Certainly you can bring a car, but we are not going to offer to sell you a parking spot until you have 60 semester hours. So that means 60 credit hours, typically as a sophomore, or sorry, as a rising junior. So there are many opportunities to purchase housing off campus. You can actually go to our parking services webpage and click on the off-campus parking, because that's where all of you will be right now, looking for off-campus parking. If you are to move off campus as an upperclassman, a lot of those off-campus housing situations do offer a parking spot with them, but that is down the road for you, for most of you. So looking for the off-campus spot is the way to go right now. Typically parking at the college or downtown Charleston is going to run you anywhere from $500 to $850 a semester. So it is definitely a thought and a financial tag attached to that decision to bring your car to campus. As always, we encourage you to not bring a vehicle. Parking is always an issue in downtown Charleston, so give that a consideration while you now quickly, you know, depend on your car every day to get to school, to get home, to get to those extracurricular activities. That's just not the case once you're at the College of Charleston. You are, you know, downtown, typically staying within those parameters of the campus. And we have CARTA, just as a reminder, with your student ID, is free on the peninsula. You can ride the Charleston Area Regional Transportation Authority bus system, as well as the trolley system that's always free. So using that student ID will get you all around the peninsula, as well as to some of the barrier islands. So again, we're going to encourage you to not bring a vehicle, but parking is available and you can bring a vehicle.
Thank you, Laura. I just want to quickly address, I saw some questions in the chat about folks having issues getting into their e-bill or seeing the correct amount to deposit. I encourage you all to contact your admissions counselor specifically tomorrow so that they can help you troubleshoot this issue. And we certainly want to get that sorted out for you all ASAP. I've also seen some questions about establishing residency or becoming a South Carolina resident for tuition qualification purposes. It's not a guarantee that that happens, but if you are looking into that process and want to learn more about it, we encourage you to contact our Office of Legal Residency. You can also check out their website. They have a lot of FAQs there and necessary forms on their website that will help you get that process started if it's something that would be available and applicable to your situation. Okay, just a few more questions here before we have to wrap it up this evening. Let's see, a good question for everyone. It asks, how do we access our CofC email? Laura or Patrick?
I'd like to defer to Patrick on this, or defer to you, Devin, if you don't mind.
Sorry, I couldn't get to the unmute button quickly enough. That information is going to be available in your My Portal and your acceptance information. Again, if you have any trouble with that, you can contact your counselor. I think Patrick just answered a question about how to find your counselor information. That is going to be on the admissions website. We have it sorted by state. And if you're an in-state student, sorted by territories within the state. So you can take a quick look there as well. All right, well, we have a few more questions that are here. It looks like they're being answered independently by our counselors. But as Laura was saying, if you have any credits that were taken outside of your high school that you want to have considered for college credits, you need to have those transcripts sent from the institution directly. And I think that will do it for this evening. I'm going to open up to just the counselors if they have any last remaining questions, or excuse me, anything else they want to add, Laura or Patrick, um, before we conclude this evening.
Sure. Thanks, Devin. Again, thank you all for joining us this evening. We are super excited to have you at the College of Charleston. Look forward to seeing you all at orientation, but hopefully before that at our accepted student days. And I just want to give you a quick to-do list. Deposit, FAFSA, housing February 1st, and visit. So that's kind of the four things that I hope the main things that you guys took out of this. So again, deposit, FAFSA, housing, and visit the campus. And again, reach out to any of us with any questions. You can find us on our webpage. We look forward to working with you and so excited to have you join the College of Charleston family.
Thank you, everyone. We're so glad you joined us tonight. Thank you, Laura, Patrick, and Megan for being on the call. And as Laura said, we wish you all the best and can't wait to see you on campus soon. Take care.